Great work today. A lot of back and forth. Thanks to the Patriots for the hospitality coming out here. Obviously, great atmosphere out here with the fans and everything. So it was a good day's work.
Shane, how good was it for not only you, but just your entire team to go up against a team like the Patriots and just in that type of work environment?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously competitive. Obviously, they played in the Super Bowl, last year, so it was good to get that competition. Like I said, a lot of back and forth. Ended it with the 2-minute drive there at the end. One's got some reps, two's got some reps. Really pleased with the first offense going there. And same thing with the defense, Cam Pine getting a pick there to end it, so it was awesome.
Shane, what did you think of Daniel? First opportunity to go against another team since the Achilles injury.
Yeah, I thought he looked great. He did a lot of good things today. We'll go back and look at the tape. But again, I was really pleased with that 2-minute drive offensively going down. Down 7, got to go score a touchdown right there at the end of the game. And he let us down. Tyler made some big plays on that drive, 2 big plays. And then Downs obviously with a touchdown there at the end.
Speaking of Tyler, what type of growth have you seen from him? It seems like he gets open, but it's not by accident, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's just a tremendous player. He's got a natural feel, a natural knack for the game on how to get open, how to run routes, and he makes plays. He's got strong hands, big body, big target for Daniel to throw to.
I know you've raved about Daniel during just camp against his teammates, but to see him go out to work against these guys today, how much were you impressed by what you saw today from him as well?
I was just really pleased, with the whole operation, the communication at the line of scrimmage, going to the right spot with the ball, guys making plays for him, the O-line protecting for him, just very pleased.
Shane, I know obviously you're watching a lot of offense, but the physicality, is that where you wanted to be today?
Yeah, no doubt. We wanted to come out here and be physical. We knew it was going to be a physical practice. It's kind of a game day for a lot of these guys that probably aren't going to play on Thursday. So those guys had a good mindset going into practice. Like I said, I was just really pleased with everybody.
How beneficial is these trips like this for your guys? I mean, they're here for 3 or 4 days. I mean, how beneficial is that for you guys?
Yeah, it's huge. I think not only the practice part of it, but the connection part of it. You know what I mean? Guys get to spend a lot of time together. In the hotel. Guys go out to dinner. That connection piece. You're building that through training camp, and so I think that's really important. This time of year.
What did you see from your wide receiver group today? And I know you're a little banged up, but
yeah, I thought they did well. I think they made some plays. We'll go back and look at the tape, and as well as the receivers. I got to go back and look at the defense too, because I was on the offensive field. So I'm excited to watch the tape when I get back.
Shane, who's going to start Thursday?
Anthony will start Thursday. He'll play the first half. Riley will play the second half, and then Riley will start against Atlanta, and then AR will play the second half against Atlanta.
Decision to not have Daniel play in the preseason on this preseason game?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I don't want to take any chances with Daniel out there in the preseason right now.
Shane, sort of a left field question, but asking different play callers, their philosophy on how they use their 25 seconds. Just, as you think about going into a play, how are you preparing mentally so that you're kind of like ready to give the play, and if you need to give any shorthand or advice, just like.
Yeah, I think it comes with repetition. It's just like players, coaches got to go through that process during practice, and then obviously you build up the reps, during the game and over the years, and really just having a feel for what you want to call in those situations and making sure the quarterback's on the same page too. Hey, what is first and 10, earn first down? We're thinking this in these situations. Second down, what are we thinking? Our third down package, and then kind of where when we get into the red zone, what we're thinking. So all those things take place too, in the game week preparation as we're getting ready, to go call a game on Sunday.
What's the plan for the rest of the starters on Thursday?
There's going to be a slew of them that aren't playing. There'll be a couple of guys that might get a few series here and there, but for the most part, the starters won't play.